Look around you, really look, at the traffic jams at 7 a.m., at the exhausted faces scrolling through social media at midnight. They are working, they are grinding, and they are terrified because deep down they know the truth. The math doesn't work anymore. They are trading their time for money. And time, as you know, is the one resource you can never get back. But then there is the other side, the 1%, not because they are smarter than you, not because they are luckier, but because they have mastered a single concept that the world forgot to teach you, a concept Niccolò Machiavelli understood 500 years ago, a concept that separates the person who works forever from the person who builds a legacy. That concept is leverage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop being the engine and start being the architect. We are going to use the cold, hard logic of Machiavelli to build real wealth, not by breaking backs, but by breaking paradigms. This is the blueprint for the person who wants to stop working for money and start making money work for them. If you are ready to unlock the chains of the 9 to 5, watch until the very end. The new principality. Machiavelli wrote The Prince to advise rulers on how to acquire and maintain power. It is often misunderstood as a book about cruelty, but beneath the surface, it is a handbook for strategy, adaptation, and understanding the nature of men. Machiavelli said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." The fool spends his life climbing a ladder that is leaning against the wrong wall. The wise man takes a step back, draws the map, and finds the elevator. In the realm of finance, the old world told you to go to school, get a good job, work hard, and save. That is the fool's path in a modern economy. It is linear, it is predictable, and it is obsolete. You cannot build real wealth by adding $1 to $1. You can only build wealth by multiplying $1 by a system. Leverage is the multiplication factor. It is the force that allows you to achieve results far greater than your physical effort would normally allow. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to deconstruct this force. I'm going to show you the 5 forms of leverage that you need to master, and I'm going to show you how to apply them to your life right now. What leverage really means. Archimedes famously said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." That is the definition of leverage, doing more with less. But most people think leverage means debt. They think it means borrowing money to buy a house or a car. That is one form of leverage, but it is the weakest and most dangerous form. True leverage is control. If you work for money, your income is tied to your physical presence. If you stop working, the money stops coming. That is vulnerability. You are a slave to your own effort. But if you use leverage, you decouple your time from your income. Machiavelli understood that a prince who relies on his own army is weak. He must rely on systems, on alliances, on knowledge to project power. It is exactly the same with wealth. You need an army of assets, skills, and systems that work for you, even while you sleep. Leverage 1. Invest in yourself, the knowledge army. The first and most critical investment of leverage is in your own mind. Machiavelli advised rulers to study war in times of peace. He said, "The wise man should consider the foundations." In the modern economy, the war is the market. The war is competition, and your foundations are your high-income skills. There are 2 types of income. 1. Earned income. You trade hours for dollars. The cap is 24 hours in a day. The cap is your physical energy. 2. High-income skills. You trade value for dollars. A surgeon makes more than a janitor, not because he works harder, but because the knowledge is scarce. The first form of leverage is knowledge arbitrage. You need to become a prince in your domain. You need to learn skills that are in high demand and low supply. Artificial intelligence, copywriting, sales, coding, business strategy. This is the only leverage no one can take from you. It's the only thing that transfers with you everywhere you go. Your wealth begins in your head. If you want to build an empire, you must first build your knowledge base. Machiavelli said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." Take the risk to invest in your education. Not a degree, not a certificate, but real practical knowledge that the market demands. Leverage 2. Build income-producing assets, the machine. Leverage is about building a machine that produces income for you. This is the difference between being a worker and being an owner. When you own a business system, a rental property, or a portfolio of dividend stocks, you are creating an asset. The critical distinction here is time-bound money versus exponential value. If you are a dentist and you fill a tooth, you get paid. But if you build a chain of dental clinics, you don't get paid for filling teeth. You get paid for the system that allows the clinic to run. That is the leverage of systems. This is the power of compounding. Real wealth doesn't just add, it multiplies. You must focus on acquiring assets that generate cash flow. This isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and how much your money earns for you. The Machiavellian angle. Machiavelli said, "The vulgar crowd always is taken by appearances." The vulgar crowd buys liabilities, the fancy cars, the expensive watches, the big houses that drain them. The strategist buys assets, businesses, dividends, royalties. They don't care what the appearance is. They care about the control and the cash flow. Leverage 3. Technology and systems, the machine. We live in the era of the leverage apocalypse. It's never been easier to reach millions of people. Technology is the ultimate equalizer. Machiavelli lived in a time where power was derived from land and weapons. He could never have imagined the digital realm, where one person with a laptop can influence millions and generate billions in revenue. How to use tech leverage. 1. Automation. Are you automating your business processes? Are you using software to manage your email lists, your payroll, your social media? 2. AI. Are you using AI to write copy, generate ideas, or analyze data? 3. Distribution. The internet allows you to distribute your work infinitely. A book sold online costs no more to produce than the first copy. That's infinite leverage. If you are not leveraging technology, you are competing with people who are. You are fighting a sword fight against a guy with a machine gun. It is time to upgrade your arsenal. Leverage 4. Build valuable relationships, the alliance. Machiavelli placed a massive emphasis on the power of alliances. But these are not social media friends or connections. These are strategic relationships. Leverage is not just about what you know, it is about who you know. The power of the network. If you have the right relationship with a mentor, a business partner, or a client, you can multiply your output tenfold. Think of it this way. Your knowledge is a tool. Your time is a resource. Your network is the force multiplier. Machiavelli said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." Now, in the context of a relationship, I don't mean you should be tyrannical, but he was pointing out that dependence is security. If you build a network where people rely on your expertise and your value, they will bring opportunities to you. Give value first, provide help, build trust. But be strategic. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who are smarter than you, and who are on the path to greatness. Your network is your net worth. Leverage 5. Think long-term, the strategist. This is the masterstroke of Machiavelli, the capacity for long-term strategic thinking. Most people want immediate gratification. They want to get rich quick. They want the lottery ticket. Machiavelli says, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims." The deceiver in this case is the market. It tricks you into thinking you need to make money fast. But slow, steady, strategic growth wins the race. The time horizon of the prince. The average investor thinks in terms of weeks or months. The billionaire thinks in decades or generations. Leverage of time. Asterisk allow your assets to compound over time. Leverage of patience. Asterisk allow your skills and reputation to compound. When you plant a tree, you don't dig it up every day to check the roots. You water it. You trust the process. You wait 10 years for it to be massive. That is how you build wealth. Machiavelli wrote, "No enterprise is more likely to succeed than one concealed from the enemy until it is ripe for execution." Keep your plans to yourself. Work in silence. Let your results make the noise. Commonwealth mistakes. The fool in Machiavelli's world makes predictable mistakes. Mistake 1. Working harder, not smarter. You cannot outwork leverage. You cannot run faster than a car. Stop trying to be the engine, start designing the car. Mistake 2. Ignoring the numbers. If you don't know your cash flow, you don't know your kingdom. You are flying blind. You need to track your cash flow. You need to know where your money is going. Ignorance is not an excuse in the court of wealth. Mistake 3. Fear of failure. Machiavelli said, "Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great." The fear of losing money is the biggest barrier to making it, but the real wealth is not built without risk. It is about calculated risk. Mistake 4. Lack of diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your leverage across different vehicles: a skill, a business, an investment, a network. Practical steps to start today. So how do you apply this in the next 24 hours? Let's get practical. Step 1. Identify your core asset. What is your current high-income skill? If you don't have one, pick a skill to learn for the next year, e.g., copywriting, sales, coding, marketing. Step 2. Build a system. Automate your financial decisions. Set up automatic investments. Allocate 20% of your income to an investment portfolio, index funds, dividend stocks, ETFs. This is building a machine. Step 3. The network audit. Who are you spending time with? Cut out the negative people. Find a mentor or a mastermind group. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Step 4. The 10-year vision. Write down where you want to be in 10 years. Work backwards to the present. What do you need to do today to align with that vision? Machiavelli advised princes to prepare for the winter during the summer. Prepare today for the financial freedom of tomorrow. In conclusion, you are not meant to work forever. You were not designed to be a cog in a machine. You were born to be the architect of your own destiny. Leverage is the key to the kingdom. Whether it is the knowledge in your mind, the systems you build, the technology you use, the relationships you nurture, or the long-term vision you hold, these are the pillars of true wealth. Machiavelli left us a warning. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. But in the modern world, you must command your own finances. You must command your own time. You must command your own life. The choice is yours. You can continue to trade your days for dollars until you are old and tired. Or you can step into the role of the strategist, the prince of your own life, and start using the forces of leverage to build an empire that lasts long after you are gone. If this video resonated with you, if you are ready to stop just surviving and start thriving, hit that subscribe button. Join a community of strategic thinkers who are building their wealth in their minds. Let me know in the comments, what is the one form of leverage you are going to start using today? Thank you for watching. This is Mind Goals signing off. Stay strategic, stay patient, build your empire.